So welcome back to my channel. I am currently on the US side of the US-Mexico border, as you can see here. And for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Lisbela Santana. I am a PhD candidate at UC Davis, going into my last year of my program. And for today's video, I will be speaking more about the Playas de Tijuana Mural project. We concluded this project a week ago today, and I'm here on the San Diego side of the border documenting for the Playas de Tijuana Mural project. I thought it would be a great idea to film this video here and provide a brief message on the project and ways that we can really support our community. So thank you for being here, for clicking on this video. So let's begin. Border State Park here in San Diego on the US side, looking into the border wall here in Playas de Tijuana, which is where we have the Playas de Tijuana Mural project. You can still see the mural on the US side, which really makes a clear statement that people who have basic orientation still exist, and through the mural you are still able to see their shadows. So I'll insert some clips of what I'm seeing here on my first time here in this side of the border on the US side. So we're currently here on the other side of the border wall and the US side in the San Diego area. And this is how the border point looks like from this side. So I came to get some footage for the Playas de Tijuana Mural project documentary, and wow, you could actually see the faces that make up the mural here. So I'll show you what I'm being. So this is where I have to stand because I can't get any closer. And this is the Playas de Tijuana Mural project on the US side. And you could actually see some of the faces. So I see Robert, Juana, Alex, Chris. On this side I could see Mons is bigger, Carla, and then Tanya, and then I could see Heido's cap and gown as well. Began my field work in Mexico since 2016. I've never had the chance to come on this side of the border, and as you can see here, you can see the faces of the storytellers that make up the Playas de Tijuana Mural project. And as we go more down into the ocean, you can still see some of the baby blue paint that is left on this side of the border. It was extremely nostalgic to be in this space. A couple of minutes ago, I had the opportunity to see Robert Vivad on that side of the border. He said hello, he video called me, and it was a really nice moment. And also being able to witness what this border wall means on this side of the border, on the US side. I always see it constantly on Tijuana, families coming to the border to see their loved ones. And right now, due to Friendship Park being closed, which Friendship Park is this point here, it's really unfortunate they can't see their family members up close. They have to see them from far away, and that really means that even if they travel here with the proper documents in case they get stopped and questioned by Border Patrol, what happens here is that they still have to see their family members from far away. They can hug them. There's no physical contact. So one of the reasons I'm here today is to document for the Playas de Tijuana Mural project documentary that I'm currently working on. I left Tijuana a couple of days ago. I came down with family and friends to document this space. It's our first time here, like I mentioned, and there's just a lot of mixed emotions here. But now that I'm here, at least on this side of the border, and still in some way be able to witness what the border looks like on this side and also the mural project. So now that I'm here, I'm gonna document. I've been able to get a few shots of the border wall. I am also getting some photography done here. But I also want to make sure I take the space and the time to really just reflect on a lot of things. As the time of this video, I believe that I'm not 100% sure when I'll be posting this, but by now the mural project has been concluded for a week now. So we finished it on July 31st and it's complete, which means that I'm not gonna go back to Tijuana to restore the mural. I'm not gonna go and paint new faces or add new QR codes and none of that. So it means that the project on the artistic phase is completed, and what that really means is that I am gonna allow for the paint to wash out, for the faces to also start losing its color and contours, and this with the intention to send a message to politicians on both sides, on the US and Mexico side, that they have X amount of time to really create a solution for deported child arrivals, and also the additional 300 QR codes that are located on the mural. Those are equally important to communicate the stories of child arrivals, specifically those who have faced deportation and can't return to the country that raised them. So for me, it's really important to create awareness through murals, through art. So for me, it's been extremely rewarding to see the amount of support that the mural project has obtained since it began in 2019 here in Playas in Tijuana. We began painting the portraits in August in Casa del Túnel in Tijuana. By September 2019, we had 7 portraits up. 2 of them were vandalized, so we had to recreate them during this second cycle. So at the end, the mural project has 15 stories, and these 15 stories, as I mentioned prior, communicate the stories of a diverse group of child arrivals who have faced deportation. They have been criminalized in the country that raised them, and they continue to be criminalized in Mexico even after deportation. So not only are many of our storytellers criminalized in Mexico, they've also faced criminalization and illegalization in the US by not having the proper channels to legalize their status, even when in many cases they arrived in the US as toddlers, as newborn babies. Additionally, those who have faced deportation and try to go back home when a family member is close to passing away or they have a family emergency, they don't qualify for any humanitarian support to go back into the US. In other situations, they would have qualified if they hadn't faced deportation. I want people to also understand that the effects of deportation don't stop once a person is deported. Even after they have faced and done their time in the US, once they're in Mexico, they still feel the struggles and all of the effects of facing deportation from the US. So through the stories, by scanning the QR codes or visiting the website, people can actually learn about this and hopefully find it in their heart to advocate for them and support their return to the US, because that's where they feel they belong and that's the country they see as their own. So I welcome everyone to go to the website. I'll add it here somewhere on the screen, also in the description box. Learn more about the Playas de Tijuana Mural Project, hear the stories, learn more about our storytellers, and find ways to really support them. And if there's no channels whatsoever that can really advocate for any of our storytellers, then that calls for us to create these channels to support them and really advocate for them to return home with their families. In many of these stories, you find fathers and mothers who can't see their kids. In most cases, they have not been able to see their children since their deportation. So I want people to consider this mural as a way to really portray the neurotic stories of childhood arrivals. In this mural, you see grandparents, you see mothers, you see daughters, fathers, aunts and uncles. And I think it's really important for people to find ways to connect. Humanized migration surrounding deportation of a group that migrated to the US as little kids and grew up in the US, learned the language, know the culture, basically grew up with us. They went to our same school, they have similar dreams as our own, and all they want to do is have the opportunity to return back to the country that raised them, to the country where they have these exclusive ties to. So I think if we all get on the same boat and if we all work together, I'm 100% sure that something good could happen. And when we're talking about the dreamers, I want people to also consider those who have faced deportation, because as many of them express in their story, they're also dreamers. They also had dreams way before they were deported. And in most of their cases, they would have qualified for DACA if they were not deported before the program was implemented in 2012. So to close, I do invite you all to visit the Playas de Tijuana Mural Project, either here in Playas de Tijuana on that side, on the Mexican side, or to visit the website. I'm currently working on a digital mural where you can scan the QR codes and share the story anywhere online, on your social media, and just help create more awareness. So thank you for watching, and I'll insert more B-roll of the Playas de Tijuana Mural Project from both sides of the border. So thank you everyone for the support, and it really means a lot for our storytellers and I know that if we all work together and really support them, they can really return home. So thank you.